Hi there, I'm Martin Tyler, and this is Stamford Bridge. And it's Chelsea today against Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace and Chelsea! And Chelsea line up today. Number 13, Thibaut Courtois. Number 28, Azpilicueta. Number 30, David Luiz. Number 24, Gary.
Here's the Chelsea lineup. Thibaut Courtois starts in goal. David Luiz plays with Gary Cahill in central defence. Fabregas plays with Nemanja Matic in central midfield. Eden Hazard starts together with Diego Costa.
Number 21, Nemanja Matic. Number 3, Marcos Alonso.
Here's the Crystal Palace team. Wayne Hennessy plays in goal. James Tompkins plays alongside Mamadou Sakho in the heart of the defence. Andros Townsend plays with Wilfried Zaha looking to provide width. Christian Benteke is the sole striker today. It is Stamford Bridge, the only home that Chelsea have ever had. 1905, the club was founded here, and fives have been good for Chelsea. 55 won the league, 2005 again under Mourinho, 2015 under Mourinho too.
Yeah, the crowd that gather in here have got some fantastic memories, haven't they, in recent times, especially those have been the glory years in the history of this football club.
Referee today, Martin Atkinson. The waiting is over. The game is off and running, and so are the players. On to the attack now. There goes the cross. And Courtois, the shot's on. Oh, too early, offside.
He can afford to give those defenders a yard or two, you know, because he's quicker than them.
Here's Fabregas. Well, they're in a good position here. And he's got the ball away from him with the tackle. Good play, but they've lost the ball now, and the opposition can get at them. Nemanja Matic. Good position, they've worked this attack very well into quite a dangerous position now. David Luiz. Now it goes into the wider areas where they've got a winger waiting. And in goes the cross. Joel Ward. Here's Fabregas. Could be dangerous. To put them in front. Hazard. Great stop. Well, this is a corner, and they've got to defend properly against it. Well, that's the sort of corner that frustrates the coaches, because they obviously had plans. The delivery wasn't good enough. cut out. Diego Costa. Here's a chance to attack. That attack was looking good. Now the opposition have a chance. Now Fabregas. Eden Hazard. Not rushing it here. Moving from one side to the other. Nemanja Matic. Good strong tackle. Moving well, the referee's blown the whistle after a challenge like that. Maybe he's just putting down a marker. He's picked up an early yellow card here. The referee not ducking the issue. But this player's now walking a tightrope for the rest of the game.
Well, he's just going to have to watch himself and the style of footballer that he is. He doesn't normally pull out a tackle, so he's going to have to be careful.
Defender to it first. Shot on! Great work by the goalkeeper. The ball is his and he's made sure he's protected it. Marcos Alonso. Crystal Palace, who play still at Selhurst Park, is one of the older grounds in the Premier League. Great noise they have there because they allow a section of the fans to stand.
Yeah, and they're tightly packed in there, and they don't stop singing for the entire match, and it is quite unusual these days. It's harking back to the old days almost.
And he's got the ball away from him with the tackle. Working hard just to see maybe a sight of goal. Corner kick given. Cesc Fabregas. Conte. Little piece of interplay between the two. Looking for an opening with some good controlled build-up. Tackle goes in. Looking to widen the play, really, widen the build-up, but the ball's just run straight out over the touchline. Now Fabregas. Diego Costa. And it's going to be an attacking move, this, from Chelsea. cope with it well defensively. Cabaye. Marcos Alonso. Trying to switch on the attacking power in this situation. Supporting player alongside. A lot of defenders between them and the goal, but they still got the ball. We could do a better cross than that, I think. And it was easy to cope with. Townsend. Read the play well to intercept. Chelsea on the attack. And it will go into the middle now. Defender to it first. Johan Cabaye. Trying to find an opening. Not panicking. How frustrating is this for the other team? The shot's on! That's a spectacular save. Not turning the ball around, he's hung on to it. On to the attack now. Townsend. And there is some backup for him in this position. Tries the through pass. He's made the save. And it's gone for a corner. No apologies for showing this again, the Courtois save.
Well, his reactions were just second to none.
This might be dangerous from the corner. Pressure really on, yet another corner. The referee's given them a free kick. In a real position of some danger to the opposition. Well, that's a yellow card.
Yeah, I don't think there's any choice there from the ref.
Did you see anything cynical in that, Alan?
He just didn't seem to get his balance right there. It was a clumsy challenge.
They've coped with it well defensively. He's got his fist to it. That's gone out for a throw-in. Well, they're in a good position here. Well, they passed their way up into a good position here. And then just lost the concentration, lost the ball as well. Well, they've got to work hard to try and get it back. Conte. Now it goes into the wider areas where they've got a winger waiting. Doing well to keep the ball. Really on top of their game now. Wonderful understanding. Moving the opposition around with their play, these two players. It was a good idea to try and use the width on the pitch, but it's gone out for a throw. Really trying to use the full width of the pitch here to make some progress. Townsend moving forward with some danger to the opposition now they're here. In comes the challenge. By Chelsea standards, this is quite a slow start. Andros Townsend. Nemanja Matic. Building steadily here, keeping possession. Hazard! Hazard! It's a fine finish from this very talented Belgian.
The goal from Hazard, and what a finish. Hit with real pace into that bottom left.
Well, let's take another look at the goal. So the first goal, it's 1-0.
Goal for Chelsea.
Johan Cabaye.
Eden Hazard.
In strongly. Well, Chelsea do hold the lead, but with half-time beckoning, you'll see whether they can get there with that lead still intact and indeed see it out for the rest of the game. Conte. Here's Fabregas. Attacking well here. They've got a great understanding, this team. Just look at the passing. Here's the shot. Oh, well saved. Chelsea attacking here. Nemanja Matic. He could cross it now. Looking for an opening with some good controlled build-up. And here's the cross. Not such a good cross, I'm afraid. And it's out now for a goal kick. There's some potential in this move. Saw it coming, cut it out, good work. Eden Hazard. Excellent passing, great interplay. working hard just to see maybe a sight of goal. Not a great cross at all in the circumstances, and pretty easy to cope with by the defending team. It was good play until they got that challenge in. Marcos Alonso. Chelsea's corner now.
There will be a minimum of 4 minutes added time.
It's looking good, this move. Trying to find an opening, not panicking. Well, this is how this team can play. Sustained attacking football, but when they lose it, as they've done now, there's just a risk that they might get caught out. Now he's got the ball, what's he going to do with it? Well, this attack has got a bit of menace to it. A penalty, well. For the ref, a decision, and the decision is yellow.
I don't think anybody, least of all the player, can have any complaints about that.
That's a terrific penalty. He's taken on the responsibility, and a happy outcome for him.
Well, he enjoys the responsibility, and he took that coolly.
So away we go at 1-1.
For Crystal Palace, number 17, Crystal Benteke.
Well, the referee has blown for half-time at 1-1. He's a strong man, Christian Benteke, and a strong first half from him.
Well, really good late equalising goal, and that might just change the manager's team talk now.
To put them in front. Hazard! Great stop. How frustrating is this for the other teams? The shot's on! Talented Belgian. That's a terrific penalty.
Everyone focused for the start of the second half here at Stamford Bridge.
Good passing, shrewd passing, accurate passing. That's the way he earns his living.
Building steadily here, keeping possession.
Here's a chance to whip it in.
It's an exhibition here with such great passing. The shot's on! Again, a chance maybe to get their noses in front. Didn't quite happen.
Diego Costa rather on the edge of affairs so far. He'll be hoping for at least a half chance to come his way, but nothing so far.
Well, he's got into good positions, but I don't know whether his confidence is low. He's had some opportunities to test the keeper, maybe put his team ahead, but it hasn't happened.
Nemanja Matic.
Cesc Fabregas. Moving forward with some danger to the opposition now they're here.
Makes a challenge here.
It was nicely worked until that point when it broke down. Now they've got to try and regain possession.
Pedro. Chelsea on the attack. Well, they're building steadily here, working away. Shot on! Oh, well done, the goalkeeper, and he's hung on to the ball.
Townsend.
Ward. Good reading of the by anticipating the pass. Cesc Fabregas. How frustrating is this for the other team, trying to get the touch of the ball, and they've cut it out.
Substitute getting ready for Chelsea.
Attacking now. Well, it's a poor cross, not well hit at all. Dealt with by the defending side. Nemanja Matic. Hazard. Just working away to try and find an opening. Good through pass. Quick tempo to the puck. And now the shot! Well, we're still level pegging here, but it's not for the want of trying. Couldn't keep it. Cesc Fabregas. Could be dangerous. Good challenge.
Well, this is how this team can play. Sustained attacking football, but when they lose it, as they've done now, it's just a risk that they might get caught out.
Spotted well by the... going for goal! It's a very good game here, a tight one. They're trying to get themselves into a position to take the lead.
Well, there are other options from the bench.
Excellent interception. rushing it here. Moving from one side to the other. Looking for Azar. Nicely played through ball. Supporting player alongside. Found his teammate well. That's great defending there, stopping that attack. Now wide to Pedro. Cahill into the attacking third. It's a great tackle. He's really been solid today. Well, they passed their way up into a good position here and then just lost the concentration, lost the ball as well. And they've got to work hard to try and get it back.
Well, we're two-thirds of the way through the 90 minutes, half an hour to go.
Just got to keep calm. The keeper might be needed again. He didn't hang on to the ball.
Pedro.
Cesc Fabregas. Building steadily here, keeping possession.
Azar. Got the ball now under control and a chance to move themselves forward, get up the pitch. He's coming forward with some danger. Willian with the foul. The Chelsea player going to be booked. It's yellow.
Well, the ref was right on top of it, had a great view.
Did you see anything cynical in that, Alan?
He just didn't seem to get his balance right there. It was a clumsy challenge.
Good play until they got that challenge in. Pedro. That's Azpilicueta. 1-2 and having a little game of their own here. They can't keep it on the pitch, it's gone out for a throw. Diego Costa. Nemanja Matic. Now Pedro. Close to the touchline, that's where he likes to work. Looking for Azar. Well, here's a chance to get their noses in front from the corner.
Great work from the goalkeeper.
David Luiz. Diego Costa.
Short passes, but they're keeping the ball.
Being moved around nicely here with this passing game. Townsend. Johan Cabaye. Well, this attack got a bit of menace to it.
And the cross coming in. Benteke! Oh, great work by the keeper.
Well, they're doing their marking properly at the corner here. It looks like it anyway.
by Thibaut Courtois. 20 minutes now remaining. Diego Costa. And it's going to be an attacking move, this, from Chelsea. Patience is the name of the game at the moment. And that's broken up by the defender before the cross could come in. That's a free kick awarded here. Edging forward the wall. Referee's got the card out here for the offender.
Well, he shouldn't get booked for that. Lack of discipline.
Diego Costa! Working hard to try and get the goal that will put them into the lead. Fabregas. Johan Cabaye. Good position. They've worked this attack very well into quite a dangerous position now. Eden Hazard. Nemanja Matic. Now Fabregas. Diego Costa. Looking good, this move. Well, he's got the ball there in the defensive zone by reading the play very well. Hazard. Shots on! Goalkeeper hangs on. Made that look like a poor pass with a very good interception. Won it back with an interception. Tried to tackle here, and he's done that. Into the attacking third. It's a free kick here in a scoring position, there's no doubt about that. So here comes the free kick. And it's a goal. They've scored here, and they are now in the lead. Oh, what a great goal.
Well, as soon as they won that free kick, you could see what was on the horizon. What a take.
Super strike, splendid goal. We go again, 2-1.
Goal for Chelsea.
Joe Ledley. Well, they have played in a controlled way, Chelsea, winning at half-time, and they still have the lead. Looking for an opening with some good controlled build-up.
That's Filiqueta. Now Fabregas.
The return ball.
Here's Willian. One back very quickly. Gone out over the touchline, that'll be a throw to the opposition. Now Willian. It's going to go right to the wire here with this one-goal lead. And the supporters, well, they've upped their game, there's no question about that. Just listen to them.
Yeah, they've been brilliant, but it's been a close game, and you wouldn't put it past the visitors to nick a goal back.
Strong challenge. Now they've got a chance in this part of the pitch. A lot of shots on here. Good block. He's made the save. Pedro. Chelsea on the attack. Benteke.
Well, he's got support here. Not rushing it here. Moving from one side to the other. In quickly.
Stopped emphatically and just as well. The approach play looked very encouraging. Says Fabregas. Here's Willian.
Nemanja Matic. They'll need to try and get the ball back now.
Benteke. Trying to switch on the attacking power in this situation. The shot's on!
Well, a corner to come because of that deflection.
Well, the manager's going to make this substitution from a winning position, of course. And the fact they are winning is down to the player that he's going to bring off now.
Yeah, I think he was maybe tiring a bit last 5 minutes, and his manager clearly wants to protect what is an important player.
Check on the corner count. Through pass. Corner given after that tackle.
Stamford Bridge, show your appreciation for today's man of the match. Number 7, N'Golo Kante.
Out for a throw. Over the touchline.
Pedro.
Here's Fabregas.
Pedro.
Tried to tackle here, and he's done that. Here's a chance to attack. It's a good piece of defending to stop the supply into the centre. It was good play until they got that challenge in. The number's gone up. As far as added time is concerned, it's 4.
Yeah, nervous moments to come here because the home team leading by a goal. It's not looked a secure lead to me.
And it's going to be an attacking move, this, from Chelsea.
There's the ball in. Joel Ward.
It's a good way to nick the ball back. Quick thinking.
It's one last attack. Can they get that late equaliser? They've been pushing for it. And in comes the header. Well, this game's going all the way. Another goal. We're all square again. And with time running out, that could be that, but I'm not sure. I just feel there's another goal in this.
And we can see a slightly different viewpoint on it.
Well, what a dramatic night this has been. We've had drama almost to the very last kick. They left it so late. They're level, Alan.
Well, you played to 90 minutes, Martin, and they certainly did that here. Great stuff from them.
So it's 2-2 now.
Here's Willian.
Tried to tackle here, and he's done that.
And in goes the cross. Well, it's a corner now, and that means a chance late on. Wonderful group of fans, these. It's a great occasion for them, and they're determined to make the most of it.
Yeah, and I think if their team wins today, they will have a big part to play in it. They've got behind them. They've not always played well, the side hasn't, but the fans haven't wilted in their support.
Maybe the cross.
Well, the 90 minutes up now, and the scores are level.
To put them in front. Hazard. Great stop. Talented Belgian. That's a terrific penalty. The cross coming in. Benteke! Oh, great work by the keeper.
So here comes the free kick. There's a goal. They've scored here, and they are now in the lead.
It's one last attack. Can they get that late equaliser? They've been pushing for it.
And in comes the header.